will SEO need to adapt to the new AI overview for websites to rank well in this whole new AI search experience?
Yeah, right. So search experience is obviously now AI overviews, right? Google AI overviews. It's a great question, and we covered a good chunk of this recently in one of our meetups on zero-click searches. So if you guys are in the membership area, go check out. I think you've got it up there, right, Sean? I think it's in the technical section area on zero-click searches.
Yes, I believe so. I can verify if you want.
Yeah, sure. And the thing about it is, we're going to have to adapt. And Google working in SEO has always been about adapting. It's always been about pivoting when you have to. All right. So, for example, back in the day when Google came out with Penguin, which was focused on what looked to be manipulated links, right? People going out and getting links to their website with the keyword phrase they want to get found for, and pushing everybody to their website using keyword phrases. Google realized, well, how in the hell can you have 10,000 links to your website and 9,950 of them all have the exact same keyword phrase, which is the exact phrase you want to get ranked for? It's unlikely that's going to happen. It's manipulative. And Google kind of got smart with that and said, look, if someone's really, truly going to link to you, they're probably going to say, click here, right? Or they're going to say your company name, or they're going to say, give Steve Scott a call, and they're going to link your name, or they're going to say, check out Steve's website, and they're going to make Steve's website link to you, right? And so the majority of links at the top of the amount of links you're getting, the majority of those links, the top 10 most often linked to you anchor text should either be your name of your brand, your company name, some variation of it, right? Maybe it's got the LLC at the end, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's a nickname of maybe it's not. Maybe it's maybe it's IBM, maybe it's International Business Machines, whatever, right? A URL, like your actual domain name, your URL, because people say, visit their site at, and they'll put the URL, right? We've all seen this. But how are people going to know? It'll be your logo or some other image, like a product image, or maybe it's going to be like the owner's face or something linking to the website, or it's going to be generic words, right? So, for example, many sites will have click here, view, visit, the word website, which links to the website. And so Google got smart. They kind of went, wait a minute, like if people are truly writing a report, writing a review, or linking to you, they're not going to know your money word. They're not going to know what keyword phrases you want to get ranked for. And so the majority of links to your site should not be keyword phrases. And if they are, you've probably been out manipulating things. And so I think what's going on, we had to change. We had to change our process. We couldn't do that anymore. We had to go and start creating better links on better sites and so on. And all I think is happening right now is it's a new pivot. When local search came out, right? When Google Business Profile was Places, and then it was Google My Business. It was like, it's had a million iterations. And let me tell you, folks, it was a freaking nightmare when Google first came out with the local listing with the reviews and the maps and stuff. But when that became really prominent, we had to shift. We had to focus our attention on the Google Business Profile. We had to focus our SEO efforts for local companies on those things. We had to make sure we knew what we were doing, and we were filling out these profiles completely and using all the information and the areas that Google says we could use. We had to use them. So we had to shift. We had to pivot. Now, same thing. In that, if you go take a look at the zero-click search things, what you're going to find is that we're again pivoting, right? People are still going to want to get quick answers, but with those overviews, right? When you do get that overview, let me share my screen again. I think we had an overview previously, didn't we? Here we go. So you might read this overview here, hit the show more button, and now you've got links down here, right? So there is the potential for somebody who's interested in learning more to go ahead and click on these additional items in this little carousel area. And so what has to happen now is, as a content creator, right? Because we're all creating content. We have a website. If you're not, you're probably not ranking. You've got to be creating regular content. But in this case here, by using various content methodology, by writing great, unique content, I'm going to go to the direct here. You've got a lot of questions and answers here, right? Here's 10 best practices. Here's, should I use it on all images with question marks in it? Here's, standard high priority, a question in the URL. So they're really got, look at it as a huge piece of content with lots of questions, lots of, what is it for? Why do we use it? The anatomy of an attribute, creation and rise of an image search. So there's history, there's forward looking, there's parts of it in here. So this is a valuable piece of content, right? And let's just check if I go to the rich results test in Google, which allows me to put in a URL. I'm going to get rid of the stuff after that, and just let me have Google tell me, what are they using, if anything, from structured data, this sort of language of the web that's behind this that you don't see, but Google sees. Well, what do they have on here, right? So in this case, we've got an image SEO using alt text, right? So we've got some keywords kind of in the URL there. And we look up here, and we have the title text of alt text for images guide, do alt text for SEO still matter in 20. This is from 2020. And then here we have a product snippet. We have an article, we have breadcrumbs, so we have articles here. And some of these, they might even be able to have some Q&A in here too. Here's the article, the web page that it's on, the name of the article, the website it's coming from, the name of the organization it's coming from, the height and width of the image. I mean, all information is in here about the image, about where you can also find additional information from YouTube and Pinterest and whatnot. So this is all part of why they're in there. And so what has to happen now is you are building content. You want to build a great piece of content like this, right? This is a great piece of content about alt tags. Notice that the date of it, right? Notice the title said, does it still matter in 2020? But look, right here, right? Look, there's the article's date. But look, article was updated 6/4/2024. So basically, you're looking at some brand spanking new material. And guess what? Even though the date here is January 9th, this says it's updated 2024, has it up there. And let's face it, it's basically like the #1 thing that shows in the search generative experience, now known as AI overview. So this is what has to happen. You have to get way more technical. You have to, again, build your content out from the perspective of, let me give the user everything they need to know about this topic. Let me use structured data wherever I can to get the most value from it. And let's see where we go from there. And you'll also notice this, right? This is a sponsored link here. And notice that it's SEMrush, alt text, what is it and why it matters for accessibility and SEO. Well, look at this one here. This is that same article right here, right? So they're paying for it here. Here's a blog, a HubSpot blog, which I don't think is sponsored. There's Reddit, right? There's Moz. But if we look at this one here, HubSpot, image alt text, was one up here from HubSpot? No, I don't see a HubSpot one. But so this is giving these folks a little bit of an opportunity to get found if somebody wants more information. So it's a pivot. We are going to have to start working the idea of search generative experience or AI overviews. And we're now going to have to be making use of our content, great content, structured data. And in essence, what you're doing when you write that great content is you're building your brand. People find go, wow, who wrote this? And they go, oh, this is, what was it again? Direct something guy, direct online marketing. And this is from Directom or Directom. Yeah, direct online marketing, I guess. So they become to help build their brand. So they now have a shot at getting found because they've done some really quality work. They're getting into the search generative experience, the overview, and you still see the cores, and there they are down here, right? Here it is down here. And notice that Google changed the title tag to be more relevant. So if I go up this again, right, their title tag for this is alt text for image guide, do alt tags for SEO still matter in 2020. That is their title tag. And what does Google say? Image SEO, does alt text still matter? Updated June 2024. Where did it get that from? From the content in the page. So Google sees fresh content, updated content, even though it's not the top, they're in the 8th or 9th spot down here. But because they've done really good work, they're showing up in here too. It's the first one here. So it can get you found that way too. So this is the shift that we have to begin making. We have to shift away from the idea of small pieces of content with a keyword phrase on it, a little bit of information about it, and get ranked for that keyword phrase. That don't work anymore. Google's all about intent, all about the user, all about speed, all about technical, all about user experience, and all of these things that are showing up now at the top. The people also ask, like that kind of stuff. You still have to make sure that you're putting there it is again, right? Do all text still matter? So think about that, right? So these guys here, they're showing up here underneath the overview experience. They're showing up in the people also ask as the first item is all text still matter, and there it is. So people can go check that one again. And they're also down below, and they may even be in some of these too. Let's see. There's the first three. There's Moz. There's some other companies. So no, I'm looking for other ones here, but most of these are already in here. And they're showing here at the bottom. So they're showing 3 times on the first page of Google for is all text still a thing, and 2 of those times are within these 0-click search areas. One being in the AI area and one being in the people also ask area. So this is the shift, and it's this that you have to really start to focus on.